Hey guys, I hope you're doing well. Welcome to my channel. This is the review of this TCL A400 Pro. It's a 2026 model. In this case, I'm reviewing the 55-inch size. It's a QD mini LED TV, and the most important aspect you need to know, this smart TV has full array backlighting technology and of course with the local dimming feature. And in case you don't know what's full array, well, this is full array backlighting technology. This is an old example, but imagine this in this A400 Pro by TCL, but with smaller LEDs and a larger amount of them for more dimming zones. I'm telling you this because some brands such as Samsung and LG are trying to sell you mini LED TVs without full array backlighting technology because it's legal. The mini LED term is not regulated, it's not mandatory to be related to full array backlighting technology, and unfortunately those brands are trying to sell you mini LED TVs without full array backlighting technology. I think it's wrong, but unfortunately it's legal. Then if you're going to buy a mini LED TV, demand it has full array backlighting technology, otherwise it will be a mini LED not worth the price. And why is so important having full array backlighting technology? Well, let's say it generates a better heat dissipation. This TV, for example, has a good built-in materials. It feels really strong or robust. It generates a good dissipation of heat. It doesn't generate overheating at the bottom part of the screen, as for example some edge LED TVs generate that heat. This TV doesn't have that problem. And the full array backlighting technology is also important because it can generate more amount or brightness or higher amount of brightness. The brightness of this TV is not super high. It turns around 500 nits in the picture mode it offers. Maybe enough for the vast majority of users. You can perceive a good high dynamic range experience, including Dolby Vision content. By the way, this TV supports Dolby Vision IQ, and the results in terms of level of detail, color enhancement and contrast are outstanding. But the most important aspect of having full array backlighting technology is that the performance in dark scenes is much better compared to a mini LED TV without full array backlighting technology. This TV has a good amount of dimming zones, are not super impressive, but thanks to the VA panel, or as TCL prefers to call it, HVA panel, and the good software optimization and the matte screen, allows this TV for having a almost perfect balance between the level of detail and the black depth. Well, let's say it's not perfect, it's almost perfect, because perfection is only achieved right now by OLED TVs. But this TV, thanks, as I said, to the HVA panel, the matte screen, and the full array backlighting technology, this allows the performance in this area of dark scenes is, as I said, almost perfect. The amount of the halo or blooming effect is almost imperceptible, is not distracting, is not annoying. And remember, the balance between the level of detail and the black depth is pretty good, is outstanding, and let's say is almost perfect. And of course, another aspects I want to highlight is the design. It has these borders with some sort of, I don't know how to say this, wood color maybe. Well, in general, I like the design of this TV, and as I already mentioned, the building materials, this TV feels very, I don't know how to say this in English, robust. It feels pretty, let's say, strong. I don't know if that's the correct adjective to describe this TV, but it feels really, robust, strong. It generates it has a good heat dissipation. The matte screen helps to counteract the reflections almost perfect. Right now there is a reflector pointed to my face and to the screen, and as you can see, that reflection is not annoying, which is great, for example, for watching TV shows, movies, and of course for watching sports, for example. Now, talking about the sports, the performance when watching, for example, soccer games, the motion handling of this TV is pretty good. I'm not saying it's perfect, but it's pretty good. Just keep in mind that in terms of motion handling and also about the image upscaling, no current 4K TV will show you a 4K result if the content resolution is low. Don't be fooled if sellers or the commercials of every brand promise you the opposite. Remember, no current 4K TV will show you 4K results if the content resolution is low. But if that's the case, if you're watching, for example, a no movie, this TV will try to show you the smoothest possible result, better compared to other TVs with less powerful image processors. We might say that the only slight negative aspect of this TV is that the viewing angles are not the best. I mean, they're not terrible, they're not as bad as a TV with conventional VA panel. Remember, TCL preferred to call this panel HVA. The results in this area are slightly better compared to other TVs with VA panel, but the results are not as good as a TV with an IPS panel. What about the gaming performance that this TV has? Well, in fact, this is actually one of the best value for money TVs you can get for this gaming area. The motion handling is outstanding. You can access this game bar by pressing for a few seconds at this button of the remote. Here you can see, for example, we're playing with Dolby Vision. We're playing, not praying, with playing with Dolby Vision. We are playing with Dolby Vision, a high dynamic range technology. It supports for console gaming up to 120 Hz in 4K, and for PC gaming up to 144 Hz in 4K. It also supports this variable refresh rate technology, Freesync Premium Pro. This is the game bar. If you go here to this menu, you will have access to these theme styles, green, blue, and cartoon. You choose whatever you prefer the most. You can play with HGIG, but with Dolby Vision you cannot enable this feature. You can also modify the frame rate, the screen ratio of this screen. As you can see, you can also enable this high frame rate mode, but for console gaming console, you won't perceive a lot of changes. Maybe this will be better for the PC gaming with a powerful graphics card. And with this game bar, you will have access to these other options. For example, making an aiming aid appear on the screen. You can change the shape, color, the size, and also the location, as you can see, which might be very useful for several users. You also have this magnifier option, which can be also useful for several users for some type of video games. And the most important aspect, the game picture modes, still 3 compared also to the last year models. Also 3 picture modes may be enough for the vast majority of users. I'm going to set FPS and I'm going to show you the results, and also you can enhance the level of detail by increasing this shadow enhancement, but I will turn it off or low, I don't know. Well, the general gaming performance of this TV is, as I said, pretty good. It's outstanding. In fact, the motion handling is great. You won't perceive a ghosting effect. You won't perceive a screen tearing. It's good because remember, this TV is compatible with variable refresh rate technology, in this case Freesync Premium Pro. Talking about the ghosting effect, I didn't perceive that effect, not even by playing this type of video games with a lot of dark scenes and fast movements. I don't know if a super trained gamer will perceive some of the ghosting effect. I really don't know. I'm telling you by myself, I did not perceive this effect, which is great. And the general performance, talking about the image, the colors, the brightness, the level of detail, it's great. Whether playing with Dolby Vision, HDR10, HDR10 Plus, or for example, SDR. What about the smart features this TV offers? Well, the operating system is Google TV based on Android 14, which is great. And talking about the hardware, according to this app Ada64, this TV has 2.5 gigabytes of RAM, around 20 gigabytes of internal storage space, which is more than okay. It has an ARM Cortex A73 with a good CPU clock range. It has 4 cores and a GPU Mali G52. The operating system smoothness or fluency, it's great. I have no complaints about it. If you want to open an app, it will open fast. You can, go forward or rewind a video and it will do it really fast. You can play content in 4K with HDR with YouTube and other apps if the content allows it. For example, let's play this video. It is in 4K with HDR, as you can see here. And as I already mentioned, you can go forward or rewind a video and it will do it really fast. It supports Wi-Fi 5 dual band. It supports 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi networks. And as you can see, the smoothness is pretty good. I want to highlight that because it's really important for me, and I know it's really important also for many users. The Play Store by Google, you can find it here. You can install the apps you find here. You can search for apps here. And it has the voice commands feature by pressing this button. It does not support the hands-free mic option. Keep that in mind. If you want to access to the voice commands, you need to press this button. And for example, you can access to the Play Store by Google directly by saying this: Open Play Store. And this way you will have access to more apps, or you can install by using APK files or by downloader codes. This TV also supports the option or the feature known as screencast. You can use it by with your smartphone with Android or with iOS. It supports AirPlay too. But you cannot access to the multi-view feature. This TV does not support multi-view, nor picture-in-picture, nor overlay screen. About the menu with the shortcuts, you will have access to this menu. You can change the location of these icons, which is really useful, and you can add or remove shortcuts among these options, including this one known as aspect ratio. You can change the aspect ratio of the videos you're watching by using any app: YouTube, HBO Max, Disney Plus, Netflix, among others, which I know is really important for many users. You will have access also to this other menu with shortcuts for the inputs, or for example for apps. And you will have access to this option known as T-Exhibition by going here to the home menu or by pressing this button located in the remote. It will automatically lead you to this option for this gallery, or you have the option to this high art in order to create an image by using artificial intelligence. Try it now. You can choose between these options. For example, let's choose peaceful and lake. and the TV will generate that image by using artificial intelligence. I mean, the results are not super impressive, but at least you have this option and use it as a screensaver. Or for example, you can choose between the options this TV offers in this gallery, or you can add some pictures you have, for example, and you can use it, as I said, as screensavers. Maybe this will be useful, and in fact this is the main point of acquiring this TV, because it, well, you know, use it as an art collection in your living room while you're not using it as a TV per se. But I know for many users maybe it's not super useful, but for several people might be a really good option. What about the speaker system this TV has? Well, the performance is okay, is decent in terms of sharpness, maybe not the best in terms of bass. You can access to these options here in display and sound. You can go here to sound. You will have access to these sound modes, and you will have access to this sound customization if you want to improve the sound virtualizer, bass enhancer, dialogue enhancer, and definition. You can go here to audio processing and choose between Dolby Atmos, DTS Virtual X, or simply set this auto and the TV will pick the best option according to the content you're going to play. And you have access to this acoustics laboratory. You will have control to this auto volume control. This option will keep the same volume for every content you're going to play. And well, here is a small test so you can more or less notice how it will perform in real life. I'm telling you, it's not the best, but it's at least pretty decent. Oh, and I almost forgot, in terms of inputs, this is what you will find in this TV. Remember, it has 4 HDMI 2.1 ports, but only 2 of them are compatible with 120Hz and also 144Hz in 4K with variable refresh rate technology Freesync Premium Pro. It's also important to mention that in my country and maybe in many other countries it only includes these lateral feet, and they can be adjusted at 2 different heights. But you can use a conventional wall mount and install it there, or in some countries it includes a wall mount that keep this TV closer to the wall. And apparently in some countries it includes this mobile floor stand. And that's it, guys. If you ask me if I recommend you this TV, of course I do. I know a TV with matte screen is not for everybody. I know many of you don't like this because you think the brightness will lower too much. I remind you that the amount of brightness that this TV offers is more than enough for a good HDR experience, and you won't have to be worried about the reflections handling because the matte screen will handle that almost perfect. In terms of colors, it has quantum dot color technology. It has good out-of-the-box calibration. You won't have to be worried about that either. The dark scenes performance, it's outstanding. Good balance between level of detail and black depth. The design is pretty elegant. I mean, I like it. I don't know if you guys like it. It has a good performance in terms of the gaming area. The speaker system, let's say, is at least decent. I might say that the only negative aspect will be the viewing angles are not perfect and are not the best, but they're not super terrible either. And the operating system smoothness is more than good. And that's it, guys. Please let me know in the comment section down below what you think about this model. Will you buy it, yes or no, and why? Or you already have it, and what you think about this model, you like it, or you rather to, I don't know, buy in another TV. Thank you so much for watching. Click the like button if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time.